It's your boy Zay-P, Zay-P the I am. I am that I am, as you are that you are, for we are all that we are. From the individual to the many, from the many comes the all, and the all is one. So your boy's back with a brand new video, April energy update. So with that said, let's get on into the energies. So, diving right in. The initial things that I was been getting as I've been feeling into this energy for the past couple of days. Initially, I was feeling a tapering off of what we've been experiencing in the past months, right? As these equinox energy has just moved, things have shifted to another gear for us. We're really phasing into our individual paths of creation. What's coming up right now is this continued rejuvenation of energies. So my guys are here now. And my higher self is speaking of we're coming to a place of fatigue. We've been doing so much shadow work, facing our traumas, facing our triggers, facing the triggers of others after they've pointed the gun of blame at our heads. We have been wound up, pent up, cooped up in this non-stop tenuous ball. And so where we're coming into with regards to the beginning of April is really the Fool. You think of April Fools, April 1st, we think of the Fool. If you think of Tarot, right? And this is the one who is on their journey and they realize that they're dealing with illusions, right? And so for us, we're coming into this place where we're going to be starting to recognize all of the illusions that we've been fighting and wrestling with, even our own shadows, because they are illusory, right? These are things that are not in actuality that we have to deal with nonetheless. But as we've come to terms and things are being released and our energy is being expended, we're coming to this place of fatigue that in the beginning of April, we're going to be realizing how much shadows, how much illusory things we've been fighting. And we're going to begin to drop our guard, to release our weapons, and to allow ourselves to go within, to go into a cycle of healing. And that's what leads us into the second week of April. But before I get into all that, be sure to smash that subscribe, that like button, follow. It helps build this community so that we can grow together. Just a little bit before the second half of April, where the energy feels very much about a time of refreshment, replenishment. It is going to be a phase as we start to drop our guards and lessen our defensive energies, as we start to just kind of relax and get into the flow of things and just chill out, energy is going to settle. The dust is going to settle. We're going to start to rest. This is going to be our time and our moment to catch our breath, to really rejuvenate, because we've been swinging swords at shadows for months on end now, right? For quite a little while. This period really feels like we're going to get a little bit of a lull in activities and stimulus for us to have some time to really breathe. And so as we start to do that, we'll start to replenish ourselves. We'll start to replenish this heart space. You want to spend this lull, this downtime that we come into in the first half of April to really recharge your batteries. Start getting on a good sleep schedule. Start hydrating your body. Replenish yourself as much as possible during the peaceful moments so that you'll have the reserves you need for whatever's to come after. Right? And so with that said, whatever's to come after brings me to the third part of the month, say the third week or so. As we go through this phase where there's going to be a little bit of a lull, it may even become boring for some, because some of us are just so programmed to just be in the mix and so be caught up and like have some sort of drama happening every day, that a couple days of nothing going on, of things calming down, of people not stressing you out, people may actually start to feel like boredom, or feeling like, oh, maybe the world is forgetting about me and things are passing me by, because there's this moment of peace, right? And so with that, as we go into, say, that third week, we're gonna have needed that time for rest. We're gonna have needed that time to recharge, because what is coming up is that it's the energy of spring cleaning, right? And so with that, when we think about spring cleaning, getting rid of stuff that we no longer need. We're releasing things. We're coming to a place where we're realizing what's unnecessary, what types of stuff we've been holding on to, all the unnecessary attachments. And just like you do in your house, you have to make some tough decisions. There's going to be some tough decisions about who I have to let go, what I have to let go of, and why I should let go of these things, right? And it is not necessarily a thing about this is good or this is bad, this person is good, this person is bad, or that particular path is good or that particular path is bad. It is really just coming face to face with our own truths and really fine tuning in on what resonates with us and what we will and will not align ourselves with, and just what we wish to have in our experiences, right? So you'll be seeing a lot of things kind of just fall away, and others around you, you may be seeing them going through a phase where things fall away. And what happens a lot of times, we start to panic and start to think this is bad news, this is bad energy, but what's really happening is that it's a release of the old dead stagnant energy, so that we can start to receive newer, fresher energy. And so in that third part of the week, what's coming up is that it's going to be a period of release, which may not always feel the best, but at the same time allows for new opening, new space, new growth. In this period of release, it's also releasing our own illusions about ourselves, about where we're at, about what we're doing. It's coming face to face with all the ways that we may have deceived ourselves, or we may have just, even when we taper off from the beginning part of the month, where we realize that we were fighting shadows, that we've been fighting the illusory, as we go through that period of healing in that phase, it's going to be more just releasing and shedding of those perceptions of these things that's like, okay, this isn't real. I'm fighting this battle over here for nothing. I'm investing my energy over here in something that's not real. I don't need this, that, and the third. This is just adding to my expenses. This is just adding to my stress. I don't need these people because, they tend to bring me down or make me feel bad or second guess myself. It's just that general phase of release of the spring cleaning. So while that is not always pleasant, it does lead to more room to start to receive the new. And that brings us into the latter end of the month. And that is all about, that's when it feels like the doors are open. And so really right now, what I'm getting is like, this month is really cabin fever is what they're saying. They're saying cabin fever right now. We've been so pent up, cooped up, locked up. We're moving into a phase where the suppression is going to be lifted some. Some of the suppression is going to explode. But there is going to be more release in the energy. So towards the tail end, we'll be experiencing more of that open air, fresh air, open-ended energy. More people will be going outside, figuring out new creative ways to do things, to engage with their environments, to engage with others, because things will be different. But it's going to be an inability to keep the masses suppressed. And so what we'll see with that, we'll discuss more coming in the May energies, but what I'm feeling is that towards that tail end of April, it's going to be all about opening those front doors when you come outside. It's like you spent the month, you spent those weeks inside, you took some time to relax, chill, recharge your batteries, start your spring cleaning, clean out your house, be like, I don't need this, I don't need that, I don't need this. I'm trying to clear out whatever I don't need so I can start opening the curtains, dusting the blinds, letting the sun back in. So that way in the tail end of the week, we're opening the front doors, ready to go outside, and all this new vibrant life energy force. So this is what the month is shaping up to look like for us right now. And of course, I will always pop back in as energy updates